2 years ago the sun winked out, utterly without warning. You were a member of one of the last human settlements on Earth, huddled around a geothermal vent in Iceland. This morning, again without warning, the sun rose. Day 753 post-sun. Andrei did not wake up this morning. That brings our numbers down to 19. 5 children, 13 adults, and 1 stubborn elder. We will take care of Andrei's body after breakfast. In life, he told stories of a glorious future still to come. In death, he will fertilize our crop room. No one had known what was about to happen 753 days ago, not the world governments, not the scientific community, not the religious leaders of the world. Even the conspiracy theorists and doomsday preppers were unprepared for the sun to go out. We were lucky. All of us who worked at the Helishide power plant lived nearby. When the sky went dark that day and the news stations went berserk, we called our families to come over right away. Most of them got here in time. With the sun gone, everything went cold. Not just Iceland cold, but instantaneous frostbite, petrol frozen in pipes cold. This temperature drop happened in minutes. It took 3 days before the air outside was too cold for anyone to travel. We lost 4 members of our group that day. They had been out looking for survivors and food, but they never came back. Our numbers were 55 the day we could no longer go outside. We had enough food to last about 4 months. Our first group of scouts had been wise enough to bring back seeds and soil, so we could use light from the reactor to grow beans and potatoes. We shut down all but 2 of the turbines to use their water for survival. Everything was going about as well as you could hope until day 23 post-sun. That's when we heard the rumbles and crashes from outside. I remember rushing upstairs with some of the others to the security station. We watched, huddled around the monitors as shards of ice rained down upon the world outside. The atmosphere was finally freezing. Cracks appeared in the ceiling. We grabbed anything left upstairs and retreated to the lower levels to the turbine rooms where we were all living. Life was hard. We had to ration the food carefully. Everyone went to bed hungry. No one knew if anyone or anything else had survived. On day 113, Sven did not wake up with the rest of us. He had been 8 years old. His mother, Freya, hanged herself the next night. They were the first, but not the last. Day 753. The turbines continue to wane in their energy production. The Earth is cooling underneath the crust. At this rate, in another 302 days the turbines will shut down for good, and we will die. All of humanity will die with us, I believe. Day 754. I woke up to a splashing sound. Hala had jumped out of her bed and landed in a pool. The whole floor was a pool. Liquid something was trickling out of crack in the walls and ceiling, but it sure was not water. I grabbed Asta, Hala, and Bjorn to suit up. Liquid could only mean one thing: there was heat on the surface. We waded our way to the old stairwell and pried open the door. A river trickled down the staircase. We started climbing. 4 flights later and our way was blocked by rubble. The surface levels of the power plant had been crushed when the sky fell. But we could see light. Light. Our spirits renewed, we chipped and shoveled and pried a hole big enough to climb through. We scaled the mountain of steel and concrete and stone, cautious but eager. After 4 hours of climbing and digging, I burst through to the surface. It was blinding. My exposed face started to burn from the radiation, but it felt so good. Pulling my goggles up, I squinted and looked around. Something in the sky was burning big and red. But it wasn't the sun.